Hey guys, the Steam Summer Sale is on right now until July the 11th. And so, as we've done many times before, it's time to look at what deals they have on train games. So let's start off our list with Railroader, and it's its first sale. So if we change tabs, we have a look, the price has never changed. So initially it was $24.99, and for the first time it's got a 10% discount, which is $22.99. If we tab once more, we can look at US, that's $29.99. down to $26.99. Railroader is a fantastic game. It is not a driving simulator. It is a railroad simulator. You start off with a small part of the map opened up. You start with 2 locos. There is a small tutorial because one of the locos is derailed, just like it is on the video there. And you have to re-rail it, and then you recoal it. You then get some more coal. It shows you what you have to do to how to spend money essentially, and how you can make money. You make money by taking contracts, and every time you fulfill a contract you will make money. You then can spend that money on opening up new parts of the map, or you can buy new pieces of kit like more locos and things, and more carriages and more wagons and all kinds of things. You can play single player or you can play multiplayer. Now, it's very much like Derail Valley. Now, unfortunately, that game's not on sale at the moment, so you won't see it on the list. There's lots of this game. It's early access. They're still adding lots more. I highly recommend this game. It's great. It's fun. Yeah, I'd say if you like this type of thing, go buy it. Then next on our list is Trainz 22, and there's 2 versions of it, the standard and the platinum, and the platinum is probably the one at this point you should be going for. The Steam price right now is £23.54, although I would not actually buy it on Steam right now. If we go back to the price and history, usually it sells for around 58.15. We can see the lowest it's been is 27, 29, and now 23. That's quite correct, isn't it? So if we do that onto US dollars, so the lowest is 28.08 right now. However, if you go directly to their site, until the 1st of July, there's a sale on this site, and as you can see, it's $17.50 for the platinum. That's where you should be buying it. That's £14.50, approximately £14.50. Yeah, as I say, there are 2 versions out. So you got the standard and the platinum. The platinum has one software edition, which is the new editor. It works pretty well. It is certainly an upgrade from the previous editor, although the original editor is still very usable, and there's nothing wrong with it. There's no deficiency in it. It's just the GUI is a little bit nicer, and you can see it's actually showing up right now. The other thing, the additions, you get some extra routes to play, and that would give you more assets if you do want to build your own routes. So that's certainly, I think at this point right now, Platinum is the one to buy. I just don't think you should buy it off Steam. Now that buying it off their site is the lowest price it's ever been, buy it from the website. Next on our list is Train Sim World 4. So there seem to be 4 deals, although one of them seems rather pointless. The Flying Scotsman. Everything on here seems to be on here and here, and this one is exactly the same price as this one, so it seems to be either standard, deluxe or special would be the better options here, all with 80% off if we click the control tab. This is how you change tabs. Price history, so this is for the deluxe. We can see right at the moment it is $7.99 UK. Now it has been $39.99. You can see from this graph, basically you don't need to look at the prices so much. It's the lowest it's been essentially. It's gone down to $15.89 before, but it's never gone down as low as $7.99. So again, if we go to USD, exactly the same deluxe. That's now $9.99. So it has been to as low as $14.99. And its usual price is $49.99 US. Now if we go to the special, the one which has got the more stuff on it, so its usual price is $89.99, and again it's the lowest it's ever been. It's gone down to $20.99, this is pounds UK, but now it's $13.99. Same thing US, so it was $109.99. We had a slight decrease down to $84.99. A low of $25.49, and that's now it's the lowest it's ever been at $16.99. yes, it does seem now to be the time to buy it. I wonder if it's because maybe there's a Trainz SimWorld 5 coming out at some point. That's why the price has gone so low. We'll have to see, won't we? Train Simulator Classic 2024. Now, there's two packages, the Standard and the Deluxe. Going down the page, the Deluxe adds an exclusive 15th anniversary scenario pack celebrating 15 years of the simulation with 15 new scenarios and 3 iconic locos. I presume it's those 3. This is for the Deluxe. Because it's brand new, there's no price information, so it is the lowest it's ever been. It's $27.99, or in US it's $31.99. Now look at the Standard Edition, the pricing has been much more volatile. So we obviously started off at $19.99, that's the base price for it. It has a discount, so it was $10.99 at one point, it's $7.99. This suggests it's $0 at some point. Maybe part of another deal, I don't know. $4.99 at some point, $5.99. Either way, the sale price right now is $19.99 in the UK. We press tab, that is $23.99, but that does look up, all they've done is taken it back down to what the original price was. So whether you class this as a deal, I don't know. I'm not sure how accurate these zero prices are, because that graph shows a 0, but we've certainly had cheaper. So again, it's $7.49 US or $6.24, we can see. So they've been good prices, but I can't see that you actually receive anything more than you've done previously. Yes, I'm not sure if this is a good deal or not. Transport Fever 2, it says the classic transport simulation genre is a new golden standard. And I'd say that's true. Fantastic game. Works on Windows, Linux, they've got console versions now, it's got controller support, works on the Steam Deck. You can play this game for many, many hours and just get lost in it. It shows other games how to do it, basically. And this is the standard of this type of game. 2 versions, the Standard and Deluxe. The Deluxe doesn't give you more, it's just a thank you, really. I think it's just, there's actually a couple bits it gives you. The price has been quite stable. We started off at $31.99, it's gone up to £33.50 as a base price. I think that's fine. Discounts previously have been 55% down to 15. It's now 13, so it is the lowest it's ever been, £13.40. So if we tab again, we look at in dollars. So it was $39.99, and at the moment it is $15.99. It's well worth the price. Honestly, it's worth the price at full price, let alone this. So I'd say yes. If you'd like this up again, go buy it. Next, we have SimRail, the railway simulator. So it says SimRail's new advanced railway simulation, master high speeds and long distance EMU, heavy freight, etc., etc. It's a driving sim. It's more involved in the game, such as Trainz or Trainz Sim World, something like that, which is they're much more for the masses. This is much more you need to learn how to drive the engine. Now, I was looking at the actual prices here. So the price is 20% off at £23.60. So if we tab through, we can see actually this sale isn't the best it's been, but the base price has stayed the same all the way through. But it's been down to what? So it's £29.50. It's been down to £20.65 quite a few times. It went down to £17.70 at some point. But the last couple of times it has been here, so this is probably where it's going to rest now, so you're not going to see the larger sale prices. Again, going to US, so it was originally at $34.99. It's on sale right now for $27.99, but it has been as low as $20.99. So yes, if you want it, it's on sale right now, but it's just not as good a deal as it has been. Whether it ever go that low again, who knows? It's just one of those things. You can either get it now or hope that it will go low at some point. Railroads Online. Yes, you build your dream railroad, it says. So you start off on a map in a small location with a loco and a few wagons. You build the track to other locations, to other industries, you connect them, and then you drive the trains and transport goods and make money that way. From making money, you can buy more locos and you can expand the network. The game isn't without its issues. Right now, for instance, they've done an update, so building is a little bit more difficult because you just go flying off into space, basically. Overall, it's a pretty good game. Hopefully they correct the issues we are right now. We just have to see. The game is 30% off right now, so if we click through and have a look, that's not a bad price actually. You can see the original price was $25.61. Then it went up to $27.99, which is pretty much stays the base price after that. And the sale price, if you can see lately, for well quite a long time, is 30% off down to £19.59. Clicking over to US dollars, pretty much the same thing. Well, it's going to be. Looks like it was raised at some point there. So it's $32.99 base price, and right now it is $24.49. Rolling Line, what a fantastic little game. It's a model railway game. You can either play it on desktop, PC obviously, or you can play it on VR, PC VR. I played it in both. Both are fantastic and very enjoyable. It's got a lot of mods as well, so if you don't like the aesthetics of the general game, you can actually make it a little bit more real if you want to. But I think it's got a certain charm with the way it is as it is. Essentially, you can either load up someone else's board or a board made by the dev, or you can make your own, just like the film is showing right now. You can set the size of the room, you can set the tracks. It's got a little bit of automation. So you can set multiple things, multiple locos to go off by themselves. You can set signals down as well. There's an add-on for roads. Now the roads work a little bit like trains. You can set those off to do things. And as it's a VR game, you can actually get first person actually inside your loco and drive it that way if you wish. Very, very nice little game. It's 25% off right now, so it's £11.61. Let's tab through. So the base price is pretty much always been the same. It has always been the same. It's £15.49. We've seen various sales. It's not the biggest sales, 25% off. It has had 30% off previously, so it's gone down to £10.84. But it's still a good price at £11.61. So if we go to US, it's pretty much matches, doesn't it? So it's $19.99 base price. The sale price is $14.99. There's a little sale just before that. Yeah, $13.99 it's gone down to before. So it's not the biggest sale ever, but it is still a reasonable amount off, and I recommend the game. It's really fun. If you like building things, if you're a creative person, yeah, this is a good game to play. That leads us very nicely onto another game called Trax. Trax has two modes. It's basically a free play mode where you build what you want with the assets, like you can see on screen right now. Or there's a puzzle mode where you got to get the little passengers from A to B, and it progressively gets harder throughout the level. It's a fun little game. It's not not as complex as, say, Rolling Line. There's no automation, but it has a certain charm about it. Right, the price right now. So the base price is $19.99. It's got 40% off. It's $11.99. If we click through, we can see it's been a stable price all the way through. It's not, again, the biggest amount off. So yes, it's 40% off, but it's historic low is $4.99. It says. Really? Crikey, that's quite low. So early days it went down to $7.99, but that was $4.99. Crikey. I do know that the dev took a break, because I did read something about that. So it could have been around that time it went to that historic low. Let's tap through to the US. Exactly the same thing there. So the base price is $19.99. It's $11.99 right now, with a historic low of $4.99. So yes, if we click through again, back to the UK, so you can see how it's £4.99 plus it is it is $4.99. You can see how the price has been manually set there, because there usually would be some sort of difference because of the currency. Either way, it's still a great game. It's a fun game. If you're choosing out of this one or Rolling Line, I would choose Rolling Line though, personally. Train World, another train sort of tycoon game, single player. Graphics are unique. I think a little bit more work still needs to be done on sort of the surrounding, the environment, but I quite like the animations of the trains. You start with a little bit of money, you connect things together, you're given jobs to do, you can pretty much connect together anything you want really, and just try and make money from it. It's trains only, unlike Transport Fever. You can see from here, there's different eras. You can unlock things by gaining points. You can't just buy everything. You have to slowly unlock it. And once you've unlocked everything in an era, you move on to the next era and you unlock everything there and you try and build your railway that way. It's 25% off right now. It's normally £22.99 down to £17.49. If we click through, we can see the original price was £29.50. It did stay up, have a few sales, and it's set its base price now at £22.99. I think that's a realistic price for it. So if we look at the US then, so the base price was $34.99, so it has also been lowered down to $27.99. And right now, 25% off is $20.99 US. And is that slightly? It's the lowest it's ever been. Yes, it is. Yeah. So if you want a deal, now's the time to buy it. It is a fun little game. Again, it's similarly priced to Transport Fever. I'm gonna be honest. If you've only got the money for one or the other, that's the one to buy. But if you've got that one, you want something to play different, it's not a bad choice. Railgrade. So it started off on the Epic Store. That's where I originally bought it and came to Steam a little bit later. Now it started with one mode. Basically, it was like a campaign. You were given set tasks within a map to do, which once you complete, you finish the map, then you move on to the next map and they give you some new tasks. But then they added in the free play. Now I think they call it something different. But I would call it free play because you still have to use money. It's very much more like the Transport Fever now, where you basically have money and you build up your network. The problem with this, and actually the previous game, and a lot of games now, is that you work it out per train and not per route. So the good thing about Transport Fever is that you set your route and then you put your trains on that route. And if you ever adjust that route, all the trains on that route will then be adjusted. Now, as I found out with the series, which I did on this, that you probably want a lot of trains. And you probably want multiple trains per route. Unfortunately, as I said, that whenever you have to adjust them, you have to do it per train. There's no way to group these trains together. And that does become a problem with this because, as I said, we had something like 50, 60 trains running on the network by the end of the series. And it was very, very difficult to manage. So that's the downside to it. Still a fun game. It's a bit more arcadey than some of the others, but it does work on the Steam Deck. It's Linux. It does work on Linux. Then it's got controller support. It's fun. It's 50% off at the moment. It's normally £24.99. That's UK. It's £12.49. So if we have a look at that, the price has been quite stable. Yep, it's never actually received anything different. It's the lowest price then. So it's the lowest price at £12.49. It was the lowest price before was £14.99. So it is a good sale. If we have a look at US, so it was originally, or is normally £29.99. The lowest it had been is £17.99, and now it's £14.99. I enjoy the game. The only problem, as I say, with it is that you have to deal with everything on a train basis, separate train basis, and it gets so muddly. It gets so difficult to actually do that. But yeah, the open play is the one to play. It is still enjoyable. Sweet Transit. Now, this game recently, I think, made it to version 1 because it was an early access previously. As you can see from the reviews, it's mixed. And the reason being because when it reached version 1, they added a few extra things. They changed the mechanisms within the game. What you now have to do is lots of couriers within the cities to get things to and from stations, which it's a bit more fiddly and a bit more. But overall, what you're basically doing, it is a Transport Tycoon type game. You're transporting things to grow your cities, basically, and you want to make money doing that. So the price is 50% off at the moment. It's normally £24.99, that's UK, and it's now £12.49. Get it right. So if we have a look, yeah, so this is when it went to version 1. This is when it was an early access. So it was £17.49, and then it went up to £24.99. Now the price had gone down. The sales sale price was £10.49 quite often. So now we're at £12.49. You can argue that it's version 1 now, it's a more stable game, and so it's worth more money. And that was what the dev communicated when he said that he was going to be raising the price. I think that's fair enough. There's an amount of work gone into it. Looking at USD, so it was originally around $21.99, and sale price is what, $14.73 with a historic low of what, $13.19. The price was then, base price was then raised to $29.99, and it's now on sale for $14.99. Railroad Engineer. So this is this is normally a low price game anyway. It's £8.50. So there's two gameplay types. There's open play, and there is a campaign that you can go through. The campaign, you're given various tasks, etc., etc. The open play is you're given a map, you're given a little bit of money, and you just got to try and make money. You'll set a town down, you'll then try and deliver goods to it. The town will then produce other goods and produce rails and a few other things, which then allows you to expand your network. Anyways, it's 50% off right now. It's £4.25, normally £8.50. If we click through, it's had a very stable price, and it's always £8.50, and it always goes down to £4.25. We'll go through to US, pretty much the same thing, normally $9.99, and it goes down to $4.99. Go and buy it. It's single dev, you'd help him out. It doesn't cost very much, and it's worth it. Japanese rail sim Journey to Kyoto. This is one I've had my wish list for a while. I played the demo, quite enjoyed it, but just something stops me buying. I don't know what it is. As you can see, it's basically a real film. It's sped up and slowed down depending on how you drive. You have this pretend cab, which you'll see this is probably, there are various games like this. It's probably the nicest one for this type of game. And you got these animations which are in front of you, which just sort of brings a little bit more to it, I suppose. But yes, you're just marked on the speed you're going, and you're marked on how close to the stopping place you're meant to be. And when you do stop, it just stops the film. The price for £11.62 is a good price. I think it's probably worth it for this, but its original price is $46.49. I wouldn't pay that. If we tab through, we can see it does go between the two prices. So I would only ever buy this game at $11.62. Yeah, it's pretty much, it is exactly the same every sale, isn't it? Yeah, this is the price I'd buy it for. I wouldn't ever buy it at the normal price. So looking at USD, it's normally $59.99, and it goes to $14.99, 75% off. Now this is the price I say I would only buy it at. So we move on to Station, which is a pure puzzle game. You can use this on control, you can use it on keyboard and mouse. It works well on the Steam Deck and probably other little handhelds like that. There's nothing realistic about this train at all. I like the aesthetics, the brick aesthetics. I really do like that. I'm not so sure about the actual grade. The trains can actually go up and down. Essentially though, yeah, you're given a map. The level will consist of an empty map. You've got to connect various industries together, and that opens up other parts of the map. And once you've opened up all the map, you're done. So right now it's £7.49, it's 50% off. It's normally £14.99. So if we click through to the next tab, we can see the price, yeah, $14.99. It has stayed, the base price has stayed all the way through. We've had various sales, haven't we? $10.49, $10.49, going down to $8.99. So this is it's the joint lowest it's ever been. It's £7.49. Let's have a look at US then. So base price $17.99, that's stayed all the way through. It's now $8.99 US, that's 50% off. You can see the price did go down a little bit before it did that. Did that in the UK? I did it as well, yeah. Okay, interesting. But yeah, it's a good price. If you like this type of game, go for it. Train Life. Now, I'm expecting more comments about this game than any other. Basically, people dislike it because it's been discontinued. I don't know much about the actual dev or if it's a single dev or a team, but I do know that it's no longer being actively developed, and that has caused a lot of animosity. Because it's not actively developed, I probably wouldn't pay the £17 for it, but for £5.09, I think it's worth it. The game is available on PC and some consoles, I believe. I think it's even available on Switch. It's a fun little game. There are issues with it though. For instance, I remember that I started, when I did my very short playthrough on the channel, I started in one corner thinking, yeah, well, we could slowly work across. Mostly because I didn't really know enough about the game, was probably starting in the middle would have been better. So I spent essentially one episode, 30 minutes, 30 minutes, just drive over to the next location so I can actually pick up a delivery to start actually doing anything. Yeah, maybe the map's a little bit too big. It needs more density in the maps, but it's never going to change. It is what it is, and that's the way it is. But I include it because it's still playable. There doesn't seem to be anything actually wrong with it. Although again, I have had people tell me it's crashed, etc. 70% off at £5.09. So if we click through, yes, the base price has stayed pretty much the same. The sale price has slowly gone down because I don't think it's going to be developed any further, as we said. So it's, yeah, £5.09. Go to US. So base price is $19.99. It was going down to $7.99. Now the price is $5.99. At this price, I think it's fine. Just understand if you do buy it, there are things you're going to want changed. They will never be changed, that's it, unfortunately. Voxel Tycoon, the last game in our list. Mostly it's a transport tycoon game, but there are some transport belts and things for you to play with as well. You start off with a little bit of money, you put the resources into transport from A to B. Your towns will slowly level up as you actually transport stuff to them, and then they will want more stuff. They will get very unhappy if you don't give them that stuff, and they may then start shrinking again. The map is quite large. You open up one region at the beginning. As you get a certain amount of money, you can then unlock another region, and that each region will have different resources in it and different towns in it as well. But yeah, you can build quite a big network, and if you like the aesthetics, it's quite a good game to play. I've certainly played a little bit on the channel. I'm not particularly good at this game, but I did find it fun. I didn't get bored playing it. Well worth a look, actually. Anyway, so it's 20% off. Normally £20.99. It's now £16.79. So if we click through, so for some reason it said it was priced 0 at some point, but okay. So the base price is $20.99, and it looks like it's always been like that. And the sale price, $16.79, $16.79. Yes, it's always pretty much the way. It's always been that same sale. If we go to US, yeah, base price is $24.99, and it's on sale right now for $19.99. And I think that's going to be it. That's quite a long list. I've got to edit this all together now and try and get it out for later today. Well, thank you very much for watching. If you did like the video, please press the like button. If you see more, please subscribe and press that ding dong bell button. You know what it does. See you next time, guys. Bye-bye.